This right here is one of the most iconic images out of the June 20th flood. Now, this here is an example that I like to use. People understand arteries. That's my field of study. A clean artery of 48-inch pipe is, it's clear it'll get water out. But then if you start having silt accumulate over time because of lack of maintenance, and then you get to this point of 40 inches of silt on a 48-inch pipe. Now, those are not my numbers. Those are the official numbers provided to us by the city of Huesaco's engineer. And it's disconcerting to see this, the lack of maintenance at all levels. So I asked myself, how can I explain people my position on this drain bond and this proposition that it will be up this coming week? And here's my answer. I'm going to explain it to you nice and simple. And I wanted to show you, because I know that people are very visual. So imagine this is your house. That is, those are your vehicles. And right here, that's your tree in the drainage, because that's what we found in one of the pipes. Now, check this out. If we have a lot of water that comes over, and it's raining, you're going to see how you're going to have minor flooding. But the water is still going down the drain. It doesn't matter. There's no flooding in the house. There's no flooding in the cars. Now, what happens when you have 40 inches of silt on a 48-inch pipe is that all of a sudden you just clogged the pipe, and now you can see flooding. Your cars flood. And the worst thing is that at the end of the day, it's not just flooding, but you have sewer waters that start mixing in. And when the water is all said and done, and even if it starts raining, that's when your houses end up with sewer waters inside, and all because somebody did not clean the pipes. And they stay there for days. And you lose your vehicles, you lose your cars. Now, the question is, why vote no on the proposition? Because I think we need to ask our elected officials to be better stewards of our money. And they need to clean first. Once you clean, look at that. The water recedes. I think we need to clean first in order to avoid this. In order to avoid this disaster. In order to avoid the stroke. 40 inches of silt on a 48-inch pipe is quite a lot. So now, something that I want you guys to remember is that I never like to offer my opinion without giving justification. And I know that the elected officials, even though they're not supposed to campaign on a bond, they sure have spent a lot of time on the campaign trail trying to push this forth. Now, there's a lot of people who are suffering. You may ask, well, Israel, what do we do? Do we throw money into it? And the idea is that throwing money into this problem is not the answer. When I just showed you, and I've been out there walking the ditches. Now, there's a difference between city and county. Even if the city does its part, if the county is not cleaning the ditches, we're still going to flood. In order to truly understand our flooding problem, we need to clean first. I know I've used the example of the car, the vehicle. If the vehicle doesn't work, you try to fix it. Now, the claim from Mr. David Fuentes is the vehicle doesn't work anymore. But that's not quite true when it's super dirty. And I've asked them to come forth with a detailed proposal and a promise that is signed on paper, because promises from here out, we've lived it to 2012, 2015. We've been down this road before on bond issues, and the money disappears. I think we need better stewards of our money that are going to be dealing with this issue. And there comes a point where you have to question what happens to those funds. Who benefits from them? And, I hate the notion of having to throw money at a problem that has an easy fix, such as cleaning. Now, you saw it yourself. Clean it first, and the water will recede. And then we can pinpoint the areas that really need that funding to go put money into this. And say, you know what, we put pumps here. We had to build another pond on this side. But what if we're building ponds where we don't need them because it's been dirty? And you've seen the before and after pictures. You've seen the before. And this is not just here in Weslaco. This is all over. I've been to Hidalgo. I've been to La Jolla, to Mission, to Sherryland, to McAllen, Edinburgh. I've been all over the place for that reason, looking at the drainage, and it's dirty everywhere. So I had a conversation with Mr. David Fuentes, and I said, look, why don't you bring it in writing and ask the other county commissioners to put it in writing where these fundings will go. Bring it forth. Give me a detailed plan as to how these monies will be spent. I've been getting reports left and right on how change of orders happen all the time, and the money is, instead of being $300,000 on a project, now it's $400,000 on a project because of poor planning. We need better planners to be able to have better management of our finances. Throwing money at this, we're gonna be in 2018 again, and now 200 million in the hole, and nothing to show for it. I think that in order to gain trust from the public, we need to see something first. Clean the drainage. And then we can talk about smaller goals. Your drainage goals are too ambitious when you haven't even maintained what we have. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. And this coming week, ask everything. Question everything, so that you can have all the data that you need in order to make an educated decision. Have a good night.